John Wink on the line and air bridge collapsing.
There's the sponsor, Kevin.
As the KNC Groundworks Scottish Rally Championship headed into round 7, there was a chance of both the Autoshop two-wheel drives and the Alban Garage Challengers titles to be decided over the 6 stages of the Armstrong Galloway Hills Rally. Reigning two-wheel drive champion Peter Stewart could make it back-to-back two-wheel drive titles in his 208 R4 with a win here, but a pair of Mark II Escorts were ready to push him hard. Both Stuart Eggleston and John Crawford still in with a shout. The Challengers was more straightforward. Scott Peacock and Craig Wallace needing a solid result in their Evo 8 to wrap up the title.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I need to be on the push today. I really could do with beating them all today. I'd be happy. So.
Yeah, you could tie up the two-wheel drive championship today.
Yeah, front-wheel drive and the two-wheel drive overall. So I need to try and do it and see what happens. You know, we're here for the fun, but we're here to try and win it. So we'll see.
This is your home forest, so you're looking forward to it.
Yep, it's going to be very fast, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Good after all that rain.
It's going to make things a wee bit interesting in bits and pieces. I would imagine it'll be slippy here and there, but I think
a couple of them a similar area to where we did last year, and they were really good stages. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, I did the test yesterday, so the car feels okay. So yeah, you go out and do a few big skids today. Hopefully get to the end of this one.
Yeah, no, good. We're looking forward to it. Obviously, the way the weather's been, we're expecting very slippy out there.
Thank you.
Cars have quite a lot of work done it since the Grand Prix, so yeah. Hopefully she'll run better and we'll go from there.
Yeah, as always, I'm just buzzing for it, can't wait. Another local event for us, so just go out, pick up where we left off last weekend at the Woodpecker and do our business.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Strange format, but still awake at 3 o'clock, so yeah, ready to give it something. We'll see what happens, yeah.
Good. You co-driver today?
Yeah, I know, yeah, Barry, but very experienced. Some might say old, but you know, very experienced.
Be careful with the old. Looking forward to today.
Yes, indeed. If we can understand this man beside me here.
Yes, I see you've got a new co-driver today.
Yes, yeah, we've got Andy, stand-in Andy. So I've been watching reruns of Robbie Shepherd, trying to understand what he's saying. You know, poor Robbie. So I'm trying to learn the Doric lingo here. You know. So.
That's dedication.
Oh, indeed.
We've got a different engine now, a different type of engine. So fingers crossed. Today's a bit of a testing game for us, so we don't want to do any heroics and have any more issues. So.
3 stages made up the opening loop, the first car leaving the start at 3 in the afternoon. And fastest over the first loop, Stuart Eggleston and Brian Hodgson were keen to put the pressure on Stuart in the two-wheel drives. Despite bending a wheel on a bridge and overshooting a hairpin, the Mark II headed into service with a 3-second lead.
Right 7. Into, flat left 4 in over crest, 50. Flat right 1, 80. Left 4 in. And right 1 and
4.
Long left 4. Yeah, left 4 here, then right 1 and long left 4. Into, late right 4 in. Then long left 7. 4 here.
On.
Get around 4, then long left 7, don't cut.
Making the best start of anyone, Peacock and Wallace were flirting with the edges of the overall top 10 on the first 2 stages. Unfortunately, a burst brake pipe in 3 dropped them 16 seconds to the Escort, and they headed into service 3 seconds down on the Mark II. John Crawford and Josh Davison became the second Mark II to hit the SS2 bridge and bend a wheel. They were just 5 seconds down on the Evo after 3 stages.
Long right 4 minus, slippy, right 4 minus, slippy, and left 6, and right 4 and left 3 in. Beat right 4 and left 3 in. Left 3 here. And left 5 over crest, 40, right 2, repeat right 2, and left 5, still very slippy, isn't it? Yep. 130.
8 seconds back from the Escort, Robert Proudlock and Stephen Brown survived a big moment in 1 and were finding the Adam to be a handful on these loose stages. They were 9 seconds up on Peter Stewart and Dave Robson. The 208 had also had a moment in stage 1 when Peter wasn't listening properly, and they were unimpressed with their performance over the opening stages. Seven seconds further back, John McElraith and Heather Drysdale were off to a good start, leading the Subaru Cup contenders after 3 stages.
One right tight, 3 left opens, tight 4 left over crest in, long flat 1 right, 140, 1 left over crest, keep right and 5 left in over crest.
Johnny Mackay and Barry Young had started brightly inside the overall top 20 after 2 stages, despite damaging the rear suspension on the SS2 bridge. Then the SRC Curse would strike again in 3.
It's a tight 2 left in, and care 4 left, crest tight 5 right. Oh, 100. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, radiator. Yeah, 100.
Tell all to your Auntie Fiona.
Oh, Auntie Fiona, I don't know what, oh God. We just hit a rock or something in a cut that was on the line, and yeah, next thing there's steam everywhere. So we're, we've got a really overheating engine now, and there's a loud knocking coming from the back of the car. So yeah, 2 unrelated issues, but 2 pretty serious ones. So yeah, goodness knows what we're going to do.
Unfortunately, their spare radiator was also holed, and they were out at service. Duncan Campbell and Michael Cruikshank were also struggling, the Subaru cutting out in stage 2. They were 8 seconds up on David Wilson and Kenny McGilvery, the BMW running strongly despite a small misfire. Rounding out the top 10 at this stage, David Hardy and John McCulloch were running well in their home forests, despite a small timing issue in stage 2. The Escort crew really loving these stages. Unfortunately, we were already missing 2 of the big power Escorts. Rob Wright and Mark Fisher would sadly roll out of SS3, and Paddy Munro and Andrew Stevenson would retire with gearbox issues after being fastest 2-wheel drive car in stage 1.
We had a good first stage to settle in, and it felt good. I was happy with that, and I don't know what the times were, but second one we were slowed. We'd won the cars off, but you know, we weren't stopped, but almost. But and then the last one we had an overshoot on a hairpin. So, but otherwise, yeah, gone well really, and I think we've hit a bridge down a long straight with 2 big potholes, and I think we've bent a wheel with that.
It was going very, very well until the last 2 miles where we burst the brake pipe. So we dropped a fair bit of time, but we're not too far away. We're not too bad. So get it sorted and go out again and go for it.
Yep. Are you enjoying the stages?
Great. Blacklaw, excellent. I really enjoyed Blacklaw. That second stage, I don't know how Robert found it, but slippy in bits. Serious.
I would heavily agree with that. It's pretty terrifying in some bits. Like, we kind of backed off in a lot of sections just to save the car, because on the first stage we almost rolled. So we'll take it as it comes from now, I think.
Yeah, not too bad. A bit of drama in the second stage. There's a couple of holes at a bridge, and I hit that and I damaged the wheel. I was catching the brake caliper, so we had to slow down. I wasn't quite sure what was going wrong, so limped out to the end of that one, so dropped a bit of time in there, but other than that, yeah, all good. So
enjoying them?
Yeah, good fun, good stages. So yeah, I always like down this neck of the woods. That's where I kind of started my rallying, so yeah, I like this style of stage.
A repeated run of the 3 stages would make up the second loop, the gathering darkness keeping everyone on their toes. Unfortunately, Wilson and McGilvery were forced out when the diff let go at the start of SS4. McElwraith and Grisdale retired after a double puncture in stage 5. And Eggleston and Hodgson's good run also ended, the Mark II stopping on the way to the final stage.
Alright, so we're R5 mode.
When he wasn't providing his own engine noises at stage starts, the Hills was going pretty well for Mike Motes and Gary MacDonald. Despite not enjoying the late start, they produced their best Challengers result of the season, keeping themselves in the mix for the Subaru Cup title in the process. Ninth, and taking the Haddo Energy Super Seniors win, it was another excellent weekend for Jim Robertson and Mike Curry, the historic Escort finishing 28 seconds down on Subaru Cup winners Jordan Anderson and Harry Stubbs. The Impreza another victim of the SS2 bridge, damaging both left side shock absorbers, and they were lucky to nurse the car to the finish. "20 seconds up the road, it was a really good weekend for Donald Peacock and Mary Riddick, taking the H2 class win in their home forests and getting some good prep in for the Roger Albert Clark. With all the retirements around them, Hardy and McCullough kept the head to take 6th at the finish. The afternoon was smoother for Campbell and Cruikshank, 4th Challenger home and a Class M6 win into the bargain. Third two-wheel drive car was not enough for Stewart to wrap up the two-wheel drive championship. That fight will go to the final round. The 208 finishing 8 seconds down on Proudlock and Brown. The amazing Adam taking second two-wheel drive and doing enough for Robert to wrap up a second Motes Offshore junior title.
You know, second year in a row standing underneath this arch in an R2 car this time, but the feeling's just the same, absolutely buzzing. Yeah, proper rounded off with it, really happy.
Good, you had a good day?
Yeah, it was tricky, but the second run through Blacklock there was just fantastic. No, I see why everyone likes it so much, just flowing the whole way through it, just proper good fun, rallying at its best.
In fact, the pace of the R2 car was so good, they ended up only 2 seconds down on the two-wheel drive winners, John Crawford and Josh Davison. The White Mark II producing another great performance in this part of the world and keeping John's chances of the two-wheel drive title alive with 1 round to go. But taking the Challengers win and with it the title, it was a great weekend for Scott Peacock and Craig Wallace. The Evo crew surviving their brake issues and grabbing 9th in the SRC points into the bargain after their strongest four-wheel drive performance yet.
Good, challenging. Had a good couple of runs, first 2 stages, and then burst a brake pipe 2.5 miles for the end of 3. So we lost a lot of time there, but I think we've managed to fight it back, so we're happy for a change.
Excellent. Craig?
Yeah, he was on it right for the first corner, so he's done really well today, and he handled the burst brake pipe really well, so very mature drive and on it straight away.